an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, my time. None of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. Ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real. I'm feeling so ruthless. My time.
And after a brief respite, maybe a longer than usual respite, LJ Smith, we are back for the 4 o'clock game of the week here in Asbury Park, New Jersey, between the Patterson U and the East Orange Renegades in this A7FL matchup. And LJ, it's interesting to see these two teams against each other. They're pretty much going in the exact opposite directions as we sit here at the beginning of week 3. The Renegades are struggling, 0-2, and they're really looking for answers. It's going to be interesting. One of the questions they are trying to answer is who's going to play quarterback, at least for today. It's going to be Kenneth Stewart, the young bull, under center and running around back there for the Renegades. And it's something that they have to figure out. Maybe they're going to be able to figure it out today. But more importantly, the team they're playing is the Patterson U. In a year that I don't know if a lot of pundits were expecting them to be the best team in the league. But at least in my opinion, so far after 2 weeks, they are. And here's some highlights. What a great play last week from the Baltimore guy, DK Butcher, a big addition to the U. But LJ, what are some of the things you've seen from Patterson so far as we look at their highlights that have gotten you reinvigorated, re-excited for who they can be in this year, maybe a championship run for Patterson?
Listen, Patterson U is so good and so loaded across the board. I don't even think their whole roster even showed up. I think their full team only shows up when it's 70 degrees or better.
Or against BIC.
Or against BIC. They're so good that, you never know. It was like even last week, Quattrell didn't even start, right? They have like a first team, they got a second team, and not for nothing, their second team is just as good as a lot of the teams in the league. You figure this game, I expect a lot of the U, but I think the Renegades have a lot. They got about, like, this is like the day. You don't want to go 0-3, right? You go 0-3, then you start looking at the next season. What do we do? Pointing fingers. So I expect the Renegades to see if they can make some type of noise. I like Ken Stewart. Ken Stewart is actually, McQueen is not a Renegade. Ken Stewart has always been a Renegade.
Yeah,
right?
and if he's gonna give him a chance, the first thing that they might have to do is stop a guy that most teams don't find a way to stop, LJ, and that's Quattrell Huffin. As we see Pac Money there on the return. We saw a lot of the quarterback for the U and their ability, his ability right there, Quattrell Huffin, to make huge plays happen, both in the run game, pass play. Obviously the biggest plays so far, maybe even this season, the fumbles he forced on defense and special teams. And that does bring us to who the Renegades are, what we might expect from the Renegades today. And they're going to be led mostly by their big man, Dondre Haynes. But really, this team is looking for the guys that are going to be the stars for this team.
Renegades, I was saying this earlier for the first 2 weeks. Renegades need to get I call them their key players or X factors or the players to look out for. They need to get those guys in. They need to get them involved early. Don't wait till like last game where you're down 40-zip and you want to start getting your players involved. No, get them involved early, and then it's going to open up everything else. Yeah,
and in week 1, we just saw the Silk City Animals. They were a really great team and a really great performance today. Week 1, Renegades played them pretty tough, kept it relatively close. You see some of the highlights here. But last week, it really fell apart against BIC. Really, they're only 6 points. I was calling it a tax write-off at that point, LJ, because it was basically charity. But, we're going to get their best effort, at least early on. And it's going to be interesting to see if the U came fully staffed or if they might be taking this team in the Renegades a little bit for granted. But as we prepare for the most exciting play in football, the 3-on-1 throw-off, it looks like it's going to be the U returning with Dondre Haynes, known as Megatron, throwing it off.
Telling fans why they call him Megatron.
He's too big for the game.
Too big for the game.
Not sure who's there to return it just yet. Could be DK. They're wearing Moon's jersey. Shoutouts to Silky Smooth.
Silky.
Too many moves, Moon.
Why be feeling like Silky one day is just going to pull up?
Listen, BIC is known to do the late pull-up.
Right.
And
They do that
if
for
anybody
years.
does it for the U, why not a legend in Moon? This 3-on-1 is going to be brought to you by Chaos Gladiator, hybrid fitness partner, the official hybrid fitness partner of the A7FL. Scan the QR code now to download the app and enter for a free month of training. And if you want to just get started right away and get those improvements, it's only $15 a month. Also, use the code A7FL at chaosgladiator.com for a 13% off discount off of supplements and performance gear. Our hybrid training fitness partner, Chaos Gladiator. Get fit. So we are set to throw off, and with the wind at his back, Dondre Haynes is looking to send this one into orbit. And the U looking to make this throw an exciting play for you to watch at home. Here's the throw.
And here we go, folks. The U can start early. We are looking for something exciting. Can he hit that sideline? Usually when he hits that sideline, he's gone. Usually when he hits that sideline, it's gone. Usually when he hits that sideline, ladies and gentlemen, he's gone to the house. Touchdown, Patterson.
And that is how you start off a 4 p.m. game for the U. Little bit of footwork on the return. Maybe even more footwork on the celebration. And the U, with no time off the clock, take the lead 6-0. That is not how you want to start the game if you're the Renegades and our no-limit player of the game, Dondre Haynes.
Listen, man, as soon as you get that football, like I was saying, as soon as you hit that sideline, usually when you hit that sideline, he's gone. As I was telling you, folks. And he knows exactly what he got to do. He gets the separation from the two, then it's over. I don't know what this third guy was doing. What is he doing?
He's striding as far as he can, but I'm pretty sure, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't always get it right. That's DK Butcher. And after a big week last week with the interception and the big touchdown catch, excuse me, now he's got the return. And here's the extra point from the 10-yard line. OG Buck in at quarterback.
Incomplete pass to number 88.
And we're gonna look for OG Buck to eventually get back on track as one of the U's quarterbacks. He's been struggling, but he'll get there. And with our second throw-off coming up, we're going to go back-to-back. You got to be prepared. And if you want to be ready for the A7FL, no better way than Tape Me Up for professional athletic training and taping services from ankles to cleats. Trainer Steve has got you pre-wrapped, taped, and covered. Visit tapemeup.net for more information on how you can get the professional athletic training services for all ages and all sports. And it's actually easier, LJ. You just scan the QR code, jump the whole typing thing.
That's right.
And go right to Trainer Steve.
That's right. I'm scanning. I'm not typing nothing. I scans. Right.
So after the touchdown, it's Huff. And no opportunity to play quarterback, but he's going to be throwing it off.
And here we go, folks.
And it'll be Zuriel Wright
High
back deep,
in the
and that
sky.
is far enough. But it will go out of bounds. That will actually give Zuriel Wright, the dangerous returner,
He got lucky on that one because if it didn't go out of
running
bounds,
start.
ball.
Well, we saw that in the 1 o'clock game. The Heathens throwing in the same direction. They got the lucky bounce and the recovery. The last thing the Renegades need, still with no time off the clock. But they do get the opportunity for a running start return from Zuriel Wright. And it'll be Huff, the Honey Badger, and DK out on the coverage. Definitely guys with speed.
Fans been asking for Wright to make a play. He got the speed to get there.
The fans management, the Renegades themselves.
And here we go, folks. He's going to squeeze through there. He's going to squeeze through one. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle. Good tackle. Honey Badger. Good, decent run, though. Get on the other side of the field.
That's great field position. Some of the best field position you can expect if you're the Renegades. And it's all from the speed of Zuriel Wright just getting as much yards as he can on the advantageous running start.
Sometimes you know what it is. It's not even about just trying to score. Sometimes it's about just set your team up for success and getting good field position. And that's exactly what Wright did right there.
So, 1st and 10, Renegades.
Who got the start?
Kenneth Stewart at quarterback. He's going to go with a stack to the left. I did talk to him pregame. He said that, you know, the U, they're going to win the battle of the matchup up front. He's going to try to use formation and advantages only to 2 linemen here.
Ken Stewart, young bull. A reverse. No, the U veteran contained D-line.
There was definitely some creativity in the design. I don't think it was seen in perfect execution. They go with motion, all kinds of movement up front, trips in a stack. They go for almost what looked like a reverse and an option. But credit to you, all over Delron Simmons here.
Wait, that's not Ken Stewart.
That's him.
That's not Ken Stewart, number 6.
With the blue top?
No.
That's him.
Can't be Ken Stewart. Well, I'm taking a look, another look. Oh, you know what? You're right. It is Ken Stewart. I apologize, folks.
Listen, I'm not always right, but I was pretty sure I was right about this one. I did talk to him.
This game's gonna get exciting.
He didn't have on the do-rag yet, so I may be mistaken. They go with the same formation on the other side.
Listen, Ken Stewart's my guy, the young bull.
Was offsides from the U, so it'll be 2nd and 5. They go with it again, but they fake it.
A good play call. Get Megatron early. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. First pass goes right to Megatron. First down, Renegades.
And definitely some ingenuity there. I like what Kenneth Stewart is doing, keeping the U off balance by formation and with that play action fake that, to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen in this league.
You know what? The difference between Ken Stewart and the rest of them is that Ken Stewart knows who his playmakers are. He's going to go to the guys that he knows that's been delivering. 1st and 10, Renegades.
The Renegades looking better than they have all season so far, really early on in this game, at least on offense.
Stewart, first time got some shotgun. Ken Stewart got them legs, got that speed, he got that elusiveness. Give me some block downfield, of course. Ken Stewart out of he went a little bit balanced, a little early though, sir.
I mean, listen, if that might be the game plan for the Renegades, is see if they can get somebody open, or if Kenneth can find the seam. That time he takes advantage of the open field, and that's another first down for the Renegades.
Listen, I was talking to Ken Stewart years before, you know, when he was about 3 or 4 years ago. I was talking to him, and he wanted that quarterback spot. I think you were the quarterback at that time.
He did.
And he was telling me that he wanted this. He like, this is his team, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. This is now I come back to the league and I look at this. I'm glad that I'm commentating his game. The young bull. This is your time to shine, sir.
He was the guy. They pretty much cleared the quarterback room to give him that opportunity. It didn't necessarily go perfect, but he's back and looking pretty good right now. Here's
Inside
the handoff,
handoff.
Delron Simmons.
Delron Simmons. And listen, I'm liking these Renegades, sir. Woo, I'm liking these Renegades early.
Stop and go footwork from Delron Simmons. He finds the seam, snakes forward, and he's able to get a pretty good run on first down.
This is the only thing, the Achilles heel, if you will. If the teams start, for some reason, their play call options start to minimize as they get deep, close, as they get in this red zone. The field gets tighter. Let's see what Stewart does in this red zone.
Well, he does have the legs if he needs them. There's Qua in motion.
Play action. Another inside handoff. Good running. That's some good running right there. Very close to the first down. Short about 2. 3rd and about 2 here.
And again, in the A7FL, there is no field goal. There is no reason to not go for it on 4th down. So getting here at 3rd and short means that if the Renegades could get either of the next 2 plays, that positive yardage, they'll be able to get to the 1st and goal that they've been sorely missing a lot of this year. This is a really impressive first drive so far for the Renegades. But again, they need this yard in the next 2 plays. They're not going to get any moral victories if they don't punch it through and get those 6. So the U could still make a big stop here.
Ken Stewart, play action. ends up keeping that rock. Stewart. No. If they didn't blow that whistle,
I'm not sure
if
what
they
the
didn't
call
blow
is
that
going to
whistle-
be, but the extra fight might go back to haunt them. We'll see what the ruling on the field is.
Nah,
it's
fourth
going to
down,
be.
yep. They keep the ball, but there's a flag. Is there a flag on the play?
Well, the two things: does he keep the ball, and where do they spot it?
Oh, they
Here's
gave,
the replay.
That is what you call a favorable spot. They gave him the first.
I think what they're going to say is number 11, Mr. Quattrell Huffin. He jumped a little early.
Oh, gotcha.
So regardless of the call,
For offsides, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
yeah, and that's a really dangerous hypothetical play. Again, it's Quattrell Huffin again on defense, ripping at that White Baden A7FL football. if you're playing the U, you better hold on tight.
Kenneth Stewart, number 6 at quarterback.
First and goal for the young bull.
The young bull got to make a play. The fans have been looking for Ken Stewart. Play action. Got some time. Looks a little too high. Ooh, overthrew.
Just out of reach. That's their guy that they had some chemistry with in game 1. The top shelf, they call him. And Kenneth Stewart, maybe the wind took it a little bit. The ball was just out of reach of the receiver. I think most importantly, he didn't give the U the opportunity at the interception. So the incompletion leads to second and goal from the 4. Really no yards lost. They keep possession. Really tight coverage, so you got to be careful. DK Butcher, he's been having a season.
Yes, he has.
So far in this early 12th season of the A7FL. So second and goal, Renegades will bring in their big running back, Mo Francis.
Everybody knows Francis getting that ball rumbling, stumbling.
He's probably going to follow Dondre.
Here we go. Oh, play action. Got him. Throw that. Hit that. Bam. Oh, gotta catch that.
Quad!
Gotta catch that. Wide open. Just stay there.
And Big
Just stay there.
Angry
Just stay there.
says what everybody is thinking.
What a pass, not a catch.
Yeah, man, it was a great play call from Kenneth Stewart because when you bring in Mo Francis, the defense is going to react because he's the big guy.
Look at that.
It gives him the space. Now,
go
he
back.
has the wide open guy, throws it perfectly to his hands. All you need to do is bring it in, Qua, and he doesn't.
You got lucky there. You got lucky there, Quattrell.
And when you leave points on the board against the U, that's 6. If he catches it, it's 6. It's not a question. It's not if he makes or breaks a tackle, if he does this. No, that's 6. And they just left those points on the board. Now these 2 downs, if they don't get them, are going to potentially come back to haunt them big.
Big.
And they're going to take a timeout. And we'll take a quick break, 6-0, to talk about our no-limit player of the game, and that's Dondre Haynes. And LJ, no reason not to go to the guy with no limit, to the height disadvantage that he could have on a potential quarterback. And he's wearing the performance apparel from No Limit to train smarter and recover faster. Biosensor technology helps optimize your training. So scan the QR code to learn more about this innovative way to get your advantage. Perform at your peak. No Limit. .pro is the website.
You know what I need to perform at the highest peak? I need Ken Stewart right now to perform at the highest peak.
Kenneth Stewart's done it on this drive. First of all,
doesn't matter what you listen,
underrated play calling on the drive.
Doesn't matter what you do until you get to that end zone right now.
It will all this great stuff that we're praising will be for naught.
Exactly.
If in the next 2 plays they can't capitalize like they almost just did on
play
second.
action, Ken Stewart. Stewart's soft pass, incomplete. The refs are not your friend, young man. They are not giving you no calls.
And you could see the frustration that's been building on this Renegades team. The top shelf's looking for something to bail him out of that play. The pressure got into Kenneth Stewart early, and what was a promising first and goal is now 4th and goal after they failed to gain 1 yard at all.
Nothing.
On the last 3 plays, that second down play is the play, though, LJ. You're not going to get a better opportunity than that.
Listen, I told you, Corey, red zone, everything looks cute when you're at the 40 and the 30. Once you start getting within that red zone, things get tight, you know?
And it's the difference between a team being good and a team being able to win games. And right now, the Renegades have looked good on offense, at least. We haven't even seen them on defense because of the quick score from DK Butcher.
Yep.
But again, in the A7FL, there is no almost. There is no consolation prize. You're either scoring a touchdown or you're not scoring at all.
Ken Stewart getting pressure. Ken Stewart hit it with that blip. Hit it with that blip. Can he make that catch, Megatron? Interception in the end zone. Touchback.
And just when they thought they almost have it, Kenneth Stewart on 4th down knows that it's Dondre Haynes who he's got to throw the jump ball to. But he's got to throw it all the way across the field, and that time it's going to be intercepted. He does what he can, but like we said after we saw that drop, that's going to haunt the Renegades, at least early on, because they come up with nothing. And the touchback will lead to 1st and 10 for the Patterson U.
Maybe a little higher. This is.
On 4th down, you got to make a play. The throw I'm not as mad about, and the inaccuracy and the fact that there was really no chance for Dondre. What you have to look back at is the opportunity was going play action, have the wide open receiver, easy pass, well thrown.
Is that Money Mayweather in the back of the field? Yep, of course, Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather, gentlemen. And sometimes when you get ran over, it's just.
Excuse me.
Listen, sometimes you get ran over, it's just business as usual. Look, it's business as usual. He's run over so many people in his career in this league. It's business as usual, sir. That's what happens one time.
And Quattro Huffin never shy to share the rock on the speed option. Defensive end plays it good enough to force the pitch, but you see Dot Boss in front.
Yeah, collateral damage.
He started to get Rondo off his feet, but then Mayweather cleans it up with the truck.
Quattro Huff. Another inside out to Money Mayweather. Oh, none of that, none of that.
Dondre
Not this
Haynes.
time. Tackle by my man, Megatron.
Now, there is a penalty flag here. We could see the ruling since it was that tackle from the back. It could be the horse collar.
Horse collar from the back.
Yeah, it's tough because he grabbed the jersey. Dondre does not agree with that. I'm not sure if I do, but we'll see the replay here.
Let's see.
If he's at the collar,
no.
the paws of Dondre Haynes are so big that a hand to the back, that index finger extends up to where the illegal zone is. So maybe we could argue that that's a call, but when the refs call it, the chains move, and the U still looking to threaten for points. Dot Boss in motion.
The magician, Quattro Huff. Money Mayweather in the backfield. That left side is stacked. Of course, toss to the left. Money Mayweather. Good running, good blocking. Look at that blocking.
Say what you want about the Renegades, and I'm sure there will be a lot to say, but year in, year out, defensively, especially on the defensive line, they have the attitude and athletes usually to give a lot of teams a tough time. And it looks like on that 1st down, there will be an illegal motion. So 5 yards back. And even though this was a good play from the Renegades defense to hold them to about 3 on the run, they get the benefit of the illegal formation.
Question though, you said Renegades lead to a tough time. Does those tough times lead to W's?
Not recently.
Copy that. Back to live action.
4:42, 1st and 15.
Money Mayweather got some lead blocking. Money Mayweather can't get there. Money Mayweather can't get there. He's still fighting. Wow, Money Mayweather's still fighting. Well, how does he?
I don't know. I thought the play was made 4 yards in the backfield. Somehow,
how does he do that?
He's out in front of the original line of scrimmage for a 5-yard gain.
He was on a 7-yard loss. We gotta look at that again. That's just
the play is almost made in the backfield here. Ben Watson on the pull misses.
Look at this. This is just Money Mayweather.
Delron Simmons.
This is Money Mayweather.
Then another tackle's broken. And then Dot Boss is helping his friend out.
He's there saying, "Listen, I will not be denied." That is what you call just tenacity.
And that's just one of the many dangerous weapons this Patterson U offense has to work with. And at the bottom of our screen, a trips of Dot Boss, Neon Dion, and DK Butcher. Looks like Marlon Anderson at the top.
Quattro Huff got some time. The magician. You see him now, you don't see him. Quattro Huff. Whoa, good run. Gain of about 11. 1st down, Paterson.
And when you go with the 2-man offensive line, the quarterback has to make that extra rusher miss. And no better guy to do it in this league than Huff. Somehow sneaks through the A-gap, gets the 1st down, and miraculously avoids a huge hit here.
You gotta understand, you almost had a Quattro. He was there. You almost had a sack.
You're
and
almost in
he
range.
pulls off this wizardry. Oh, the dot boss. Dot boss checks into the game.
The
Great
hurry up
catch.
catches even our cameraman off guard.
Gaining about 5.
Here's the
Look at this Quattro.
replay again.
You think you got him, you don't. This is some wizardry that's going on here. And then booyah, first down, Patterson.
And then the first down we missed, they go quick to dot boss. Now brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, Quattro drops back. Looking for that out, incomplete pass. Intended for the dot boss, of course.
And again, they go the 2-man offensive line. Here's the play that they missed. They just basically just get it to the uncovered dot boss in the mismatch because they're going 4 wide.
That's some great tackling. You know that's a big guy. What is it, dot boss? 6'3", 6'4", something
He's all of 6'4", if not 6'5".
Yeah. That's some immediate tackling, and he's hard to take down. So great tackling by the Renegades. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a good one, this one. As long as Renegades, like I said, Ken Stewart's going to get back into this. He's going to stay within reach. Got ourselves a goodie.
And after a rare miss from Quattro Huffin, normally hits that quick throw, it'll be 3rd and 5. And if the Renegades can make a stop here.
Play action. Looking for that out, of course. Great block. Whoa, spin action, spin action, spin action.
And I was talking to Dot Boss after last week's win over the Heathens. And this is not a young man, LJ.
No, he's
this
not.
guy has been doing it
Yeah, but
at
he
the
has
highest of high levels
Yeah, but he
for
has
over a
his name.
decade.
Ha, play action, look at that.
Defensive end, tight end, maybe definitely one of the best to ever do it in this league. He's still got a lot left in the tank, if you ask me.
Play action, look at that option. My man Snack Sosa trying to get there. Out of bounds. Listen, someone said they saw a dot boss birth certificate, said he's 66 years old. That's what the fans said. They saw his birth
last year they were saying I was 76. I do believe that I am older than Dot Boss, not by 10 years.
Fans just said, let me confirm. Fans just said that you 71. 71 for Corey Hammond, middle initial L.
Certainly have a lot of those in the late part of my career. None so far this year, thankfully.
Quattro Huff breaks the huddle, snags Sosa, Baltimore native in the backfield to his left. To his left. Play action. Quick screen over here. Down by contact.
Looks like Marlon Anderson, known as Tony Toe Tap. The toes not tapping as much on that one. Slips on the quick screen. We'll call that a slip screen. And it'll be 3rd and long. Renegades again in a position where they need to make a stop if they want this game to be competitive. It was a nice start on their drive. And pretty good plays here last couple. But if there's one thing you know in the A7FL, stopping Huff on a 3rd down, good luck.
Listen, he's going to pull up some magic, folks. Snack Sosa in a backfield with him. Play action. Got some time. Quattro, good pass. Oh, good tackle. You got to make that tackle. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Great
And it's a
tackle.
big tackle, and that's Top Shelf who's going to be the guy when they're on offense that they sometimes look to on that side. This time on defense, he makes the big hit.
That's right. Sometimes
and
you
will
gotta let him
force
know.
4th and 2, LJ.
And look at Quattro. He don't even give the defense time to huddle. He don't give them to talk about what they're doing. Oh, and is that the end of the quarter?
That's the end of the first quarter. And the Renegades with some fight here after spotting the U6. And after that hit, and all hits, recovery matters. Kinetic Relief delivers fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving. LJ,
Yeah.
scan that QR code. I know you're all for the free stuff.
Need that, sir. Yes, sir.
Chance to win a free sample. Or you can visit kineticrelief.com for more about their premium CBD sports cream and products. That's kineticrelief.com.
Scanning it right now. I love getting something for nothing. My
Now
man.
it seems this side of the field is for reminding fans that even though the U have had a great drive so far, it's 4th and 2, and if they can't convert this first, they get nothing for all those yards. And that's exactly what they did to the Renegades on the Renegades' last drive, and the Renegades are looking for revenge of their own.
The magician, guys. The wizardry. You're gonna watch Quattro Huff. You think he's wearing that hat with the sparkles up top? He's letting you guys know he's gonna pull off some magic. Snag Sosa in the backfield.
Well, Huff is this last week he was wearing his buddy Moon's number 3 jersey. This week he's got his jersey with his name on the front. Maybe he's playing for himself today, LJ.
That's right. You guys don't even know where the motion, tight formation up here. Somebody got to watch out for Huff. What you gonna do with it, Huff? Dot boss, of course. A lot of motion here. Drops. Quattrell, use his legs. Again, it is too easy. Is that a first? Let's see what the spot rests. Yep.
They need
enough.
2. Huff gets 3.
Yep.
Scampers out of bounds for the first down. A lot of window dressing on the formation. They're sending motion, trying to confuse. But to me, LJ, the whole time, to me, it seemed like they were going to go Quattrell Huffin.
That's right.
Get me the first.
Yep.
Who better than Houdini himself?
Guys got to understand. You got to remember, he can pass. He can run.
He can catch.
He can use it.
Why not?
I don't want to glaze up here, but that man, that's a bad man, ladies and gentlemen. Snag Sosa in the backfield.
But this is a tough spot to score on the field.
Snags runs hard. Snags getting that end zone. Snags gonna get there. Snags gonna get there. Snags gonna get there. Snags is gonna get there. Touchdown, Patterson.
And Snags fights through, shoulder or not. He knows how to lay the boom himself. And he's really upset with A7FL management for something we will not talk about. And that's why he's pointing to us to say, hey, I still got this.
Snags gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to change his name from Snags so that Snags gonna get there. That's some hard running. Yep, he wanted that. He been waiting for that. Might be, I think it's his first touchdown
And
of the
in
season,
a tough
too.
spot on the field to score, the red zone. Just ask the Renegades how tough it can get. No better at being tough, being gritty than the A7FL all-decade performer, Angelo Lewis Snags Sosa.
Snags. All decade. That's right. No wonder he runs like an old man. He's all decade. Nah, I just playing Snags. You're my man.
Once upon a time, we would be talking about the U, and it would be a different number 20, number 21.
I don't care. I spit hot
And
fire.
you would talk about hard body speed. What is Snags speed at, sir?
If Hardbody's Madden speed was 76, Snags about an 81, respectfully.
Respectfully, of course.
Or 85.
Now, talking about speed, the man in at quarterback, Snags would say, that boy run about a 5'9". It's OG Buck.
Play action. OG. Up top. Ooh, picked it off. Who's that? Ken Stewart? Nonetheless.
That looks like D'Angelo on the coverage.
Yep. You know what's funny?
He's had some good coverage this year, D'Angelo. Good job.
He's been playing all right. He been playing all right.
He had a big interception.
Yep.
And he hasn't gotten his ankles broken yet. But for those who have, LJ, Trainer Steve, tape me up. Get taped up like a pro. Athletes at every level trust Tape Me Up for professional athletic training and taping services. From ankles to cleats, Trainer Steve has got you pre-wrapped, taped, and covered. Visit tapemeup.net for more about their professional athletic training services for all ages. Or, you already know, it's off the screen, but you knew it'd just be easier to scan that QR code.
Yep.
So Huff, no tape needed for Huff in today's game yet.
Watch that ball go high in
And he'll
the
be throwing to
sky.
Zuriel right. And it's
that.
not going to make the prerequisite distance.
Nope.
He thought the wind would help him a little bit more than it did. Still got to the 30, LJ. A little gust would have took it to the 25. But again, that first good drive from the Renegades was a result of this exact situation.
That's right.
Poor execution on the throw-off, which we don't expect from Huff, who could just throw it out of the back of the end zone. Running start. Zuriel Red's got the speed. They started the ball in the 45. We'll see what they can do here.
Right, got that speed. Right breaks it down.
And Huff looking for punching
wait.
that ball
Bam!
out.
Huff makes that tackle. Huff is like all world.
Yeah, I mean, his user strip is 99 for sure.
Yeah, for sure, guys.
And I don't know what button in Madden is haymaker at the ball, but in Fight Night, I think it's triangle.
All I know is if I'm running towards his direction, I see number 11. I'm just saying, you know what? Sometimes you got to take.
I don't think even Huff's looking to make a tackle here.
Yeah, he did. You didn't just see him try to punch the ball. Look, he's punching it.
He's-
Come on, man.
Right hook, uppercut.
This guy's trying to. He's
Huff
like,
isn't playing Madden, ladies and gentlemen. He's out here playing Fight Night.
Did you just say he's out here?
Chia, C-H-Y-E-A.
Guys, what did y'all do to Corey, man? First and 10. The Renegades back on offense. They got to make a play now. Great field position. Literally almost at the 50. There is no, at this point right now, this 4-down territory. You might as well. You're down 12 zip to the almighty U. Ken Stewart got to make a play, making adjustments.
First drive, he was calling good plays, getting his team in a good position. Let's see what he can do on 1st and 10. Delron Simmons in the backfield.
Stewart. Inside handoff to Simmons. Simmons runs hard, ladies and gentlemen. Good blocking. Some great blocking. Great blocking. That's very close to a first down.
And on 1st down, 9 yards is more than you can ask for. You could even maybe take a shot or draw up a more trickery type play with the ability. And now again, they had a 3rd and short, 4th and short. They sometimes struggle with these, but right here, Delron shows that when he's got a little bit of room, he can capitalize.
That's right. You got let's see here. You guard pull.
Double tight. They got Mo Francis and Dondre in at tight end with top shelf at the bottom of your screen.
2nd and 1. Goes right back to him. Good blocking. Good blocking indeed. First down. Gain of about 8. First down. East Orange.
And why not when they're opening it up on that side? Not only is Dondre one of the most effective defensive players, special teams players, ball carriers, for sure, when you watch this Renegades team, if they're going to get yardage on the ground or with blocking, it's going to be Dondre that leads the show. Look at this block on the edge. Double team with La Dub. Gets the first. Delron Simmons right now moving the rock for the Renegades inside the 40, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, moving the rock, moving and grooving, shaking and baking. Ken Stewart, two possessions, moving them lines. Shotgun set, gotta make a play. Stewart. What is that, play clock?
Delay of game from the Renegades.
Delay game offense, bring that back. Crazy thing is that he wasn't even like rushing. He seemed like he had all the time in the world. Yeah,
not ideal there for the unforced error from the Renegades. It's interesting. I've been looking at the personnel for the Patterson U. LJ, the U defense has been pretty dominant this year, but they're doing it with a lot of new guys. They're different guys, same guys, but a rotation. They're having a U renaissance so far this season, and I like what I see from Patterson, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
I love it as well, but Ken Stewart has something to say about that on this possession here. 1st and 15, Stewart. Play action. Stewart gonna use some legs. Stewart's gonna follow Megatron. Stewart runs hard. Out of bounds. Let's see what the spot is at.
That's a good run. There is a flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be on Big Angry for the hold. But I like the design there. They use their best blocker. They go just design quarterback run. It's not a situation where Kenneth Stewart has to think what's better, run or pass. I don't know.
Right.
He hits the corner, hits that edge. Dondre's got the block. Only problem, LJ, I don't know if you're allowed to do this right here.
Yeah, that jersey right there. Then immediately, as soon as Big Angry puts his hands up like that, that's the guilty contact right there.
So another penalty after a couple of, we'll say other than the 3rd and goal and 4th and goal, which shouldn't have even happened because of the drop. This has been a string of a lot of successful or good-looking plays from the Renegades in a row, something that I don't know if we could say yet this season. But after 2 big penalties, it's 1st and 25.
1st and 25. Stewart, spread formation.
Oh, he loses it.
Well, he loses it, but he gets it back. Whoa.
Well, reception there from the quarterback saves him.
Hey.
Once upon a time, Kenneth Stewart led the Renegades in receptions, and I know who his quarterback is. I unfortunately see him in the mirror every day.
Oh,
but this time he gets the reception from himself. Could have been even worse of a disaster. But I don't know how excited they are for 2nd and 35.
Sheesh.
The last 3 plays has kind of been really more of the Renegades that we've come to expect so far this season. But they have, when they aren't shooting themselves in the foot, so far, at least in this first half, shown some life. And this time they're going to just spread them out. 3 wide receivers. Dondre's eligible.
Stewart looking for that quick slant over here.
And he gets the quick pass off. Top shelf has to go up top, but isn't able to make the catch. Ball just out of the reach of the one-hander, and when he brings the second hand in, it's bobbled away. Not much he could have done with it afterwards. Good decision, though, from Stewart to get the ball out quick. But the ball's a little high, and maybe lucky, because linebacker sitting there waiting to make a play.
Yep, waiting to make a play. Would have cleaned him up.
Not sure, LJ, on 3rd and 35, what you pull out of the playbook here.
Maybe just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Which one? It's 25 yards downfield.
Damn.
The original one.
Stewart, shotgun set. Quick screen over here to the left.
Zuriel right.
Zuriel right. Can he get away? Down. Gain of about 2 or 3. None of that, sir. None of that.
And that's certainly a newer face for the U at corner. Number 15 with the big-time tackle.
The U is very similar to BIC. It's like they have like a recruiting services, and they just recruit talent. They breed talent, they recruit talent.
And where BIC is KWAC and top players from other teams' DMs, right, or Ken Starsbury at flag tournaments. The Patterson U, I think they just go to William Patterson University and say, listen, this is the thing you do. And here's the throw off from Dondre Haynes, throws it out of bounds. There's going to be a flag, though. The Renegades went too quick.
How do you go too quick on a throw that's going out of bounds?
I mean, ask them.
Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend.
Yeah, asking for the Renegades.
Asking for a friend.
I'll tell you. You got that cheater spirit. You just got to do it.
You got to do it.
Doesn't even matter. You just got to get it done.
Got to get it done.
Well, that will be a reset and a rethrow from 5 yards back. Dondre, Mr. Everything, he'll put the cone back himself.
Imagine if they made you do the 3-1 throw off inbounds.
That would be a travesty. Because the man they're throwing off to, if he catches it inbounds, he's already taken one back in DK Butcher.
And
Dondre will throw this one to the other sideline. It will make it. And decent field position for the U. 1st and 10 after the Renegades just basically just disqualified themselves on the last drive with those penalties.
Mm-hmm.
You got to follow them rules. There's a rule book for a reason.
That's right.
And as I get texts probably in real time right now from Will Franklin, it was not the Renegades following them on that last drive. But it will be 1st and 10 for the U. And OG Buck, with his first opportunity at a drive here for Patterson, the Baltimore product. He's split a lot of time with a lot of great quarterbacks. First time with the U this season. Dirty Dan on the handoff.
Dirty Dan gained about 1.5 to 2.
It's interesting how much they are looking to make this work. Because I don't know about you, LJ. Correct me if I'm off, but so far, OG Buck with this new team, with the Patterson U, they just haven't seemed to find a way to make it work when he's the guy under center. When they've been successful, it's been Quattro Huffin. And last week against the Heathens, he struggled early. They go to Huff. He gets the job done. Let's see what he can do on this drive. Play action.
Play action. OG Buck using them legs. OG Buck pump fake it. Ooh, hit him. Bow. See, that's a relentless play right there by the Renegades D. Let me respond to that real quick.
Yes, sir.
I think it's an unfair. It's unfair take, very similar to the Tim Tebow situation where you bring someone in years ago. When you bring someone in just to play here or there with a team that they're not really familiar with, and they don't practice, right? They're not practicing, so he doesn't really. That's why if you notice, OG Buck usually is looking for his Baltimore players, the ones he's familiar with, and you just can't throw him on his past U team that Quantrell Huff has been the quarterback for forever and think that he's going to be able to perform at the same level.
Well, 3rd down after the run.
Back to Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan's a big boy, but he gets Big Angry. Big Angry says, none of that, sir. Fighting for it. None of that.
And the ball slips out after the whistle. And a good stop from the Renegades defensive line. Standing tough in there. Oh, but no, they're They're questioning the spot here. The chains are a-moving.
What?
But to be fair, the chains are on the U sideline. There could be a little bit of bias there. Well, they win in the end. They're going to say it's a first down.
Wow.
I thought he had him stopped.
Let me see. Maybe
Oh, he reached out at the end with that last-ditch effort. Gets it across the 40. Great job from Dirty Dan. I didn't even see it. It was so quick at the end.
1st and 10. OG Buck, Dirty Dan in the backfield. Another SZN after Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan gives you those little chip away. 2 here, 3 here, 2 here, 3 here.
And again, if you're the U and you're going toe-to-toe with the Renegades, churning out 4 yards like that, you got to respect the U offensive line and what they just did on that play. But the Renegades, that's really the teeth of their defense. They really struggle in the pass when their opponent's quarterback has the time to throw. But the U and OG Buck right there, they're giving a heavy dose of Dirty Dan, and he's churning it out. Bring up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Dot Boss checks in that 10 end, the bottom screen. My man Tony toe tap at the slot. Dirty Dan in the backfield. OG Buck making some adjustments. I just like watching these. I like watching these Baltimore. It gets like, you know, nostalgic. OG Buck to the Dot Boss, a little too short there. The pressure came. Renegades. Incomplete, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, gets tipped. He had Dot Boss in the flat, misses him on the throw. And it'll bring up 3rd and 6. And the Renegade sideline is looking for something. And they're looking at me and you, LJ. We're not.
Hold on.
We are the announcers. We have no say.
Fellas, it's not me, fellas. What do I do?
Shout out to the Renegades having fun out there. They're looking pretty good at times today, but it's going to matter on this 3rd if they can make the stop that they
Money Mayweather
need.
game. Money Mayweather, ladies and gentlemen. Money Mayweather fights it. Can't get there, though. Cannot get there. Wow, look at that.
Ben Watson.
No. We got to look at that highlight. If we can get that highlight between Big Angry and number 47, we are got. Woo, the boys is hitting. The boys are blocking. I wish we could get that.
And it's a little late for breakfast, but someone's serving pancakes.
Big Munch. Let me see here. Big Munch on the highlight. And
OG Buck misses some passes, and he's just going to trust his running backs, but this time.
Look at this. Oh, they double. Oh, look, they violating. Look at they
It's
violating.
Qua and Megatron that get the stop. D'Angelo cleans it up. Bring up 4th down.
4th down. OG. Deep pass. What a catch. What a pass. What a catch. My man Tony toe tap. Touchdown. Should I say Baltimore?
You might as well, because that's exactly what you're talking about, LJ. OG Buck throwing to the U.
What a
He's
pass.
missing.
What a pass.
OG Buck throwing to the Watchman.
I told you.
Even though they don't exist.
Listen, his guys, when he's playing with his guys, it's like his overall rating increased by 62%.
And this is his play. You go fake toss on the play action. It somehow works every time. But really, it's the tracking of the jump ball from Tony Toe Tap, Marlon Anderson.
That's right.
And finishing it off. This man has become the #1 target for the Patterson U so far this year. And on 4th and short, they go up top. Touchdown, Patterson.
Nothing new from Marlon Anderson. Nothing new. He's been doing this for years.
And really, that's what it
doing
is,
this
LJ.
for years.
If OG Buck is in the game, put in a guy that says "TU." You know what I'm saying? And they'll go for TU.
Go for TU. Conversion here. OG Buck. Wow, he got a lot of time back there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Make that catch. What a catch. What a pass. What a catch. And I don't know who this guy is, but I guarantee you, he doesn't live in New Jersey.
Well, it says Dean, and if he catches it on a beautiful pass from OG Buck, we might as well say he's from B-More. And that 2 brings our score 20-0. The U.
That's right. They're looking good. Man, it's a good game.
And when you give a quarterback like OG Buck that kind of time,
All
he's
day.
going to make you pay.
He could have been playing patty cake back there.
There was no limit to the amount of time he had to make a decision back there.
Oh, that's right.
And that will bring up our sponsor, No Limit, with biometric wearables. That's right. You can wear performance apparel that will help you train smarter, recover faster with biosensor technology. You know, you do that stupid thing on the wrist, and that's cool, and if they sponsor us, I'll read the read. But with no-limit biometric shorts, you're getting way better training. And here's the throw-off from Huff.
Wow.
And it's D'Angelo.
D'Angelo, my man. Oh, wait. He
Going
got
back.
speed.
He's got to hold on to that ball.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it. It's funny when they start lifting them up because you know that's the
Haynes.
that's the old school way of getting you stripped. The first guy picks you up, and the second guy comes and gets that user.
Well, and shout outs to my guy D'Angelo, who's been playing one heck of a cornerback position so far this season. But some fans of the streamer and personality AJ Green might remember the U tackling this young man.
Oh, Dion one, right? Oh, yeah.
And it was about them Haynes.
Yeah, broke the internet. Actually, it was twice.
Multiple
It
times.
happened twice. One time here, and then one time in
In the Salas tournament.
the South tournament. That's correct. Yeah.
Young Bull.
Ken Stewart got to make a play. Ken Stewart shotgun set, inside handoff, reading them holes. Good blocking.
And that's Delron just getting the handoff and looking for somewhere to go. It looks like the play was planned to go left. He goes right, and he gets the yardage. 6 on first down.
That's a lot of patience from the running back position. He held on to the ball and just waited for that hole to open up.
This Renegades team, especially when we look at their offensive side of the ball, they've got some pieces. You got to love La Dub, number 4 in there. One of the only single-digit offensive linemen I've ever seen. Once again, wearing the number 4. You got Dondre Haynes. Look, we love Big Angry. Maybe we want a little bit more from him when he has to play offense, but we know he's a D lineman for sure. And Kenneth Stewart's been calling a good game.
Another inside handoff. Great blocking downfield. Great blocking downfield. Great blocking. Gain about 14. First down, Renegades.
Delron feels like in his first half he's over 40 yards. I don't have the exact total. But when they give it to him, he's getting forward. Another big run, big gain for the Renegades and a first down. But they got to start moving because that's our 2-minute warning. 1:57 left in the first half. Patterson U, 20. Renegades looking to still get on the board. A lot of yards on offense for the Renegades, but one drive stopped inside the 5. Another after a promising start. 35 yards of penalty yardage. But one thing that has been working, getting Delron the ball and getting out of his way. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 45, start with 2 minutes left.
1st and 10.
Renegades still have 3 timeouts if they want to stretch this out.
None of that. We blow that up. Not this time. Not this time. Not this time.
And that's the shame. They've been running the ball well, so Kenneth Stewart calls the run to try to get moving. But with the time ticking down, they have to go hurry up.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, Ken Stewart. We've been waiting to use the legs, Ken Stewart.
Zuriel right, top of the screen. Little bit of a cushion there.
Megatron checks in that tight. Ken Stewart. Play action. Ken Stewart can use some legs. That deep ball. Can he make a play? Oh, what a catch! What a catch! What a catch! Touchdown, Renegades! Wow!
The throw was a 50-50 ball. It's well placed and it's well done by Kenneth Stewart.
Up top!
But Top Shelf earns his nickname by showing exactly why we call him that. Burton can't make the sack. Kenneth gets the ball out.
He goes up there next level.
And who wants it more? The Renegades. Touchdown.
Wow.
And that's on DK Butcher. We're not talking about going up top on, you know, no disrespect, but Carl Meisner coming off the sideline.
Joe,
that's the Renegades' best versus the U best.
Under my leadership, there won't be no Carl Meisner.
Exactly, right? It's not a token situation where they just gave them points like they did last week, BIC, with the tax credit. No, that's the Renegades and Kenneth Stewart going up top to the top shelf.
Now, question, why did they do this?
6 on the board.
Ken Stewart's not a quarterback. Why did they do this?
They got Rondo in for the 2-point conversion.
Let's see if this settles.
And if he threw the ball to Dondre, he has him easy. But the run for his quarterback looks to run it in, and they can't get the 2. Play made.
So Ken Stewart gets him all the way downfield. And there's something out?
Not only did he get him downfield, he threw a Beautiful highlight pass. This is the best the Renegades have looked all year.
The decisions, though. The decisions. That's low IQ football.
And this game could get chaotic.
That's right.
If the Renegades come back. But you know what? No chaos needed unless you want to get fit with our hybrid fitness training partner, Chaos Gladiator Fitness. Scan the QR code now. Get the app. You could win a chance to win a free month of training or just start today for just $15 a month. And then use the code A7FL at chaosgladiator.com for premium supplements and performance gear. Hybrid training with Chaos Gladiator. Get fit.
And here we go in your screen right there. That is Megatron on a 301 throw off. And the U. You know what's funny? You don't even got to know who it is because if you got a ski mask on, he got a lot of speed. And he hit that sideline, of course. I keep telling you about that sideline. Keep hitting that sideline. Good tackle. Got to the 45 on the other side of the field here. 1st and 10. East Orange.
That's a really good return from a player I'm pretty sure making his debut. Not sure who it is. He's going to keep his anonymity away from me and to the Baltimore guys known as McNulty for how often I narc on these young men. But regardless of who he is, this is a great move to get to the edge, and he just gets caught. That's D'Angelo making a great play again. Tackle on the sideline, potentially save 6. But with 1:13 still left in this half, the LJ.
Too much time for the magician.
For our fans, obviously for us, if you've got this much time left for the U, they could maybe put up another 20. Because if they score, here's the key.
Tell me the key.
They got to throw the ball off, and you got to not fumble against Quattrell Huffman. And those downs are untimed. Great drive, great play from the Renegades to get on the board and to keep this game close, and they're going to look to fight. The problem is their opponent, Quattrell Huffman in the Patterson U. And with 1:13 left in this half, I'm pretty sure, LJ, it's not a bold statement. Patterson's going to go for the throw.
And here we go, Quattrell. You can't see him. You thought you had him.
My goodness.
Look at this. You thought you had. Oh, wait, well, let's see.
He went over the line of scrimmage, and again, if you've heard me say it once, I'll say it again. At his best, Quattrell Huffman is playing fast break point guard at the quarterback position in this league. And if he doesn't cross the line of scrimmage, that play would have been completed.
Usually he hops. He didn't do his, you know, he does his famous hop. I guess he thought he was clear.
He was so close to the line of scrimmage. It was a judgment call for the refs, and they do decide to call it, but he's so aware, so good. Even on the penalties, he makes it look pretty fun, LJ.
Yes, he does.
And that will be a loss of down, 10-yard penalty, and maybe the best defensive play yet for the Renegades.
2nd and 15, Quattrell Huff, the magician. He got time. He got time. Using them legs. Quattrell Huff, that one, that's a cannonball. Oh, what's the ref going to call? Is the ref going to call anything? A lot of contact. Oh, a lot of contact indeed. No call. What do you think,
Now, the ball did not look catchable to DK Butcher. It was pretty good coverage from Quaff. Definitely physical coverage.
There's a lot of contact down there.
Now, if it was holding, that's definitely a call they can make, or illegal contact, is definitely a call they can make, even though it wasn't catchable.
But pass interference, yeah, okay. You got that.
Listen, the refs, I guess, if we don't disagree, the refs think that the U don't need that extra advantage.
Look at this pass, though.
Ben Watson throws Dondre, who almost makes the play.
Look at that pass, look.
Look at the distance. I mean, the accuracy, a little bit in front of him. But it'll bring up 3rd and 20.
What is number 1 doing?
They'll put Neon Dion in that back stack.
Pump fake. Quattrell, the magician. Good pass. Pass to the dot boss. The dot boss got that speed. Dot boss gets that first. Very close to it. Let's see what the ref spots.
And it was Delron Simmons chasing him down that had more speed.
4th down.
And I think they're going to stop. They're going to say he was stopped right at the sticks. Now, again.
Oh, wait, he said, oh,
the sticks are on the U sideline, and they're biased, they're moving, and it's 1st and 10.
That's right, because guess what? If you say
wow, why is Haas Dubois that wide open?
Hey, whoa! Gotcha! Touchdown, Patterson. Why'd he get him with that one?
Oh, they hit him with the Huss, the blip, blap, the 6 on the board. Haas Dubois is known for how big he is.
Too much time. It's
The
too much
Virginia
time.
Cavalier. Don't forget, he's got the wiggle in him too.
Too much time, ladies and gentlemen.
Touchdown, Patterson U. I saw this right here. I was like, there is a guy so wide open that's just not acceptable.
He hit him with that.
And when you get him with the move,
He hit him with the ouch, ouch.
the man who made the play on offense can't on defense. And this is just exactly what you expect from Quattro Huffin.
We were literally, ladies and gentlemen, we literally just said it. That's too much time. I would only use 20 seconds of the
There was
game.
1:13 left. I think that's about, if I'm not mistaken, 40-ish.
30-ish, something.
But more devastating, LJ. They have to somehow not get stripped on this next 3-on-1. Here's the extra point. They throw it in the backstack.
What are you
That's
doing?
Neon Dion, or actually that's Prince Ream.
Good
This
block.
is a quarterback.
Good block.
And he throws
it's a
it to the
cleat.
big guy who almost makes the catch. Guy out there looking like Cool Cuff. I know that's not Bates.
No, it's not Bates. Bates says he only shows up to the big games.
Well, maybe not this year. 26-6 for the Patterson U. Over the Renegades. Not sure if this is Neon Dion. It looks like Prince Ream.
Look, he almost had him. Look how irritating this is.
This is such a
So
frustrating
close,
play.
so close, so close, so close.
With that flag setup. Ball well thrown, just not caught.
It was just, Corey, it was just 20-6. And you lost that lead like a flower in the breeze.
And listen, you got to recover from a play like that, from giving up points like that. The Renegades, they're going to hit up Kinetic Relief for premium CBD sports cream. Fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving? Yeah, that's Kinetic Relief. Scan the QR code, win a free sample, or order it now. KineticRelief.com. Speaking of green, this first half's been a lot of green, a lot of orange, a lot of U. And here on this 3-on-1, Quattro Huffin will be throwing it off again to Zuriel Wright. He's messed it up the last 2 times. Try to keep it in bounds. This time it'll definitely go far enough.
High in the sky. And here we go, folks. Gotta make a play. If not now, win. Get over here.
And Zuriel Wright tackled before he reaches the Huff.
Violated his jersey. He violated his kufi.
And Huff would have stripped it out. So that's a good play by Zuriel Wright to make sure he avoided Huff at all costs. And there is illegal action there from the U, which will give the Renegades, with only 37 seconds left, a little bit of a shorter field. We'll watch the replay here. What a great throw from Huff. It forces a really tough situation for the returner. And a horse collar. Based on what they said to Dondre, that's absolutely a horse collar. And will be an extra 15. So the Renegades start with pretty good field position here. 35 to go. They have about 65 to go, excuse me. And they do have the 3 timeouts. Or no, excuse me, they only have 1 left. But unfortunately, they're down by 20.
Stewart can do it again.
Why not?
The fans say they're believers. I'm going to be a believer.
Listen, I talked to him about a play. I think they're going to do it here. He was just talking to Dondre. He's going to shift out Dondre into the slot and try to throw it to him quick when he's uncovered. I'm calling it.
You calling it?
I'm calling it. We spoke about it pregame.
Corey Hammond thinks he's Tony Romo.
Why not?
Let's see. Shotgun set. Stewart.
Shift him out.
With
Like
the
I said,
with
throw
the
it to him quick. He's uncovered.
Oh, not this time. Good slant.
There's
Give me some
D'Angelo.
blocking. Give me some
Got
blocking.
some space.
Get there. Good running. Hard running. Good running.
And what a great play on the slant. Makes the catch and gets the yards afterwards, which is more important. The defense did respond to Dondre, and he didn't do what I said exactly. But the movement from Dondre Haynes gets them even closer. And the Renegades on offense, at least so far this game, have looked 10 times better than they have all season, threatening the Patterson U.
Why you keep throwing shots at McQueen?
That wasn't McQueen's fault. I was saying McQueen looked good. It wasn't McQueen last 2 weeks. It was the team
only difference
didn't
is
look like they knew each
The only
other.
team that's different. The only thing that's different right now is quarterback play.
Yeah, but I'll say this. You said this too.
All right.
McQueen didn't know these guys' names.
Now you want to use my
He didn't know their names.
True.
Kenneth Stewart knows these guys' play styles, and he's
right.
using them effectively.
Stewart, shotgun set, spread formation. Gotta make a play. Got some time using them legs. Stewart, what a pass! What a pass! What a pass! Can he get in that end zone? Good block it downfield! Block it downfield! Touchdown! Renegades!
Wow! And what a series of events! D'Angelo explodes for a big-time gain.
I told you we believe. I told you. If the fans believe, Corey, I believe.
And this is just all Kenneth Stewart here. The U gives up on this play because they think they get the sack. You see the frozen defenders there because it's either going to be a sack or a run. But Kenneth Stewart keeps the play alive. Top shelf makes the block. And D'Angelo finishes it with a score.
Listen,
what a play.
Let me tell you something. Stewart playing like a stud. D'Angelo playing like a stud. It's night and day from last week and this week. All you need is somebody that believes. Corey, do you believe?
I believe now.
Corey, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you believe?
You want me to sing it? I believe.
Now this is, what are they doing? Oh, my God.
A lot of the teams do the thing with the thing at the extra
What does Big
points,
Rob say
right?
about these? These are championship points.
Well, they're going to bring in Rondo.
Let's see if this works.
He's got the legs.
He does got the legs, but does he have the arm? Play action.
There's Dondre.
He come and get him. He gets away, slippery slow. He gonna use them legs, squeeze do, and guess he's gonna work. Two-way conversions, good. I guess it did work.
And that'll cut the league to 12. The Renegades. Oh, excuse me, 13. The Renegades with life. And a quarterback, it seems, LJ. What a series of events. Now, they still got to stop the U when they're on defense and the U has the ball. But at least in the last two drives, Kenneth Stewart looks like a quarterback that can beat this U defense. And with the extra point made from Rondo on a fancy footwork play, let's talk about how he can juke like that and stay safe.
That's right.
Athletes at every level, including Rondo, Trust, Trainer Steve, and Tape Me Up for professional athletic training and taping services. From ankles to cleats, Trainer Steve has got you covered. Visit tapemeup.net to learn more or visit the QR code now.
And here we go, folks.
This is still untimed.
Most exciting time in the game. 3-on-1. Oh, try to do that stop and go. None of that. Megatron says no.
And it's anonymity on the return. That's his new nickname now. And again, 3-on-1 returns.
What about 14 seconds? Is that too much time? Is that too much time?
Well, they're untimed, which means that there is time. Now,
the fans want to know. The fans ask.
interesting personnel here. Number one was the quarterback that filled in for the U last year when Huff was injured. His name is Prince Ream.
Okay.
He's a championship-winning semi-pro quarterback with pads on that the U have high hopes for.
So you're saying he's not even a receiver?
They could put him in a back stack or they could put him in at wide receiver.
Okay.
But with Huff at quarterback, the U could score. 1st and 10. 14 seconds left. The U do have the 2 timeouts.
Guys, 14 seconds, too much time. Huff the magician. Oh, he hit him on the floor. He touched turf. Huff the magician. Get too much. Get that tackle so you can call a timeout.
And just like that, I mean, the clock ticks down to 4 seconds. But with that easy of a play, one juke, and Huff is at the 50-yard line. The only thing that stopped him was his own vision looking for somebody to pitch the ball to. Watch Houdini at work.
He touched turf. Like, just imagine, hit him with that one move. He hit him with that Lenny Manziel 2-step.
Well, what he's looking for is somebody to throw the ball to so they can score. He's playing point guard out there, LJ. He's fast-paced, rebound, outlet, point guard.
Rondo. Let's see, what play you call right now? Hail Mary?
Well, my favorite play in this situation is you send one guy on a cross route about 10, have the guy on the opposite side, your fastest guy, run a cross route about 5, and you do the in and ladder. It's not a hook and ladder, it's an in and ladder. But Quattrell can throw farther than me.
Let's see Quattrell.
He's got the wind at his back.
Drops by 10. You think you got him? You don't. Quattrell deep pass. What is that?
Intercepted. There's not a lot of you in front of him. If he can make a play, then this could be dangerous.
Get over here. He violated George. Oh, it gets through. Yeah, he got him down.
Wow.
There
And
you go.
DK, who's playing offense, he knows how to play D, makes the tackle on top shelf. And the interception will end it. That is halftime here in Asbury Park with the U. 26, Renegades 13. Here's the replay on that interception. Could have got dangerous. But that's the half. We've got a game, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourselves for the second. LJ and I, we're already raring to go. And if you want to join the action from wherever you are, A7FL.com/owners. We're talking Wisconsin, Canada, wherever. Hey, let's hit up Bad Bunny. Let's get Puerto Rico involved. I'll take a flight. Bring a team to your city. That's A7FL.com/owners. Puerto Rico is in the United States. Listen, hopefully all of your affairs are in order because, LJ, if you take away the 6 that you spotted the Renegades, this is a one-score game. Maybe the surprise game so far of this early season because, let's face it, week 1, BIC, the U, we know we were going to get a game. We did get a game. It was great. Today, 0-2 Renegades come into the 2-0 U. Anyone that knows at A7FL, this might have been a game where it could have got crazy. Well, it has been because Kenneth Stewart and the Renegades are making this a very fun game to watch. And they will start the Renegades with the ball after this 3-on-1 throw-off from Huff.
And here we go, folks. It's all about field position. Oh! Just pick it up. Oh,
Zuriel
right.
Saves it.
Hit that
Has some
sideline.
space.
Can he get away from Huff? Can he get there? Oh! Almost to the 50. Listen, like I said, as soon as every time on a 3-on-1 throw, as soon as one guy misses, it's like, I don't know.
It's potentially off to the races, and with a guy like Zuriel Wright and his speed, it was a great play from Huff to play that back, play safety, because on those muffs, on those mishandles, this is the biggest potential concern, is the overexposure. That's Freight Train.
That's my man,
and
Freight
DK.
Train. They got everybody from Baltimore.
The Baltimore U guys are really making their impact felt early on, but it's Zuriel Wright with a great return, giving the Renegades, once again, great field position. 2 tight ends for the Renegades offense. Young Bull, Kenneth Stewart, great games so far. Delron also having a great game at top shelf, top of your screen, in motion.
And here we go. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Inside the handoff. Can he get there? Get over here. A lot of disrespectful slamming. Gain about, I don't know, gain about 1, Corey. If that, or maybe loss.
And Delron stopped behind the line of scrimmage for one of the only times, if the only time, in this game. Most of those first down runs for the Renegades, giving it to Delron. He's been able to slash through the defense this time. Mo can't make the block at the edge, and the play is made. Big-time tackle there from the former Renegade.
Again, like I was saying earlier, it's not about how he can play great in the first half. Not how you start, it's how you finish. So Stewart got to stay strong here.
Yeah, they're definitely on the right track, but still a lot left to go. Down 13 with 13:42 in the third left.
Stewart, another inside handoff. That's a good running. Good run. He's still up. He didn't need the hat.
Yeah, he's fighting for yards regardless, and it is usually a good decision to give it to Delron Simmons that time. He only fights for about 4 to bring up 3rd and 9. See a little bit of space here. He's kind of just making it up as he goes. Avoiding the former Renegade, the top dog, is in on the play the last 2, but it's Burton in the middle, cleans it up. So it'll be 3rd and long. This is a tough situation for most quarterbacks, but Kenneth Stewart's found a way to make it work so far.
Ken Stewart looking good on 3rd down so far. Play action. Stewart, pressures there. Drops it off to the big boy. Drops it off, and at least he makes it competitive. What is that?
That's Mo Francis almost converts, and you saw the immediate pressure from the defensive line on the play action, and most quarterbacks are going to end that play with it being 4th and about 13. Kenneth Stewart makes a Huff-esque play if I've ever seen one, making the ball catchable by his receiver. It doesn't have to look pretty. And then Mo takes it the extra yardage to make this a manageable 4th and 3 for the Renegades. And they're lined up with 2 tight end.
Stewart can be celebrated, can go back as a hero. It's all about this play. Oh, good play call. Good ball. What a block. What a block by Megatron. Took 2 people out. 1st down, Renegades.
And what a designed run there. They go with Mo Francis, the patient runner, the guy that sets up his runs with a great counter step. And he follows the pulling Dondre Haynes to the promised land. And he has just enough speed and acceleration to get around that corner and get the first on a must-convert 4th down for the Renegades.
That's like he don't make that. If Megatron don't make that block, they're not converting. What more can you ask for a player?
Especially as unselfish of a player as Megatron. This is a guy that when I was the quarterback for the Renegades, I would want to throw him the ball because of his ability to make the play as a tight end.
Corey, everything's not about you, though. Let's go to a different time period with the Renegades.
Well, when we're talking about DeAndre Haynes, I can mention myself and it work without going too far out of pocket. 1st and 10. Don't worry. Later on in this game, I'll talk about myself again. But my point was, because they're giving us, he's so unselfish that a guy that can be your main weapon, when he decides to be humble and make the blocks necessary for other guys, it's exactly what you need from a leader.
Absolutely right. He could
Not what you need on there, because it's a 5-yard penalty and 1st and 15.
He could legitimately demand the ball more. Like, he could be on some
absolutely.
on some TO, like, go to me.
You can even go the nepotism route. The guy who runs this team is his brother. Go Real. That's a Haynes brother.
Hey, man, my brother's runs the team.
Man, give me the ball. My brother runs the team. I'll play quarterback. No, DeAndre Haynes is exactly what you want as a teammate. Plays every down, all positions, and the best blocker out there for the Renegades.
1st and 15, Stewart decides to keep it. Stewart
top
with the
dog
pressure.
all over that edge.
None of that.
Number 18 for the U has been in against the Renegades on every play on this drive, and that may be because LJ last year he played for the Renegades.
Oh man, that's the only thing that kind of hurts when the players that used to play for your team previously is been making plays left and right.
Yeah, when one guy from his flag team said, "Yeah, I'm not playing for the Renegades," my guy Top Dog was like, "Where can I go?" And the U were more than happy to get a big-time defensive stopper. And you see there, he's been playing pretty well, especially on this drive. As Go Real, Dondre, and Kenneth talk on the sideline to figure out what they can do on the 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. Doesn't matter. It could be 2nd and 30. We know Ken
Zuriel
Stewart
with a 9-yard cushion.
Ken Stewart. Dump pass my man Megatron. Megatron got that strength. Megatron too big for the game. Megatron's too big for the game. Short about 5 or 6.
And on 2nd and 14, he gets just about to the sticks. And they're going to call it a 1st down. The sticks are moving.
Wow.
We can't say the U's bias this time. They're moving the sticks for the other team. And it's because this good play from Stewart, it doesn't have to look pretty. But when you got a man who's 6'8" and wide open, you just got to push the ball forward.
Stewart, and again, folks, the key, the difference between night and day between last week and this week is Ken Stewart knows who his X factors are. He knows who his go-to players are.
And as far as calling plays and getting his guys in position, using his personnel to their advantage, he's been doing an excellent job today. Not only as the thrower and runner, but as the thinker at quarterback for the Renegades.
And another inside handoff. Good running. Hit that sideline. Still up.
and Delron, if he has one thing against his game, it's that he wants to score a touchdown anytime he touches the ball. So he looks for the cutback when he maybe could have got the extra 2 yards. And he's excited that the penalty does not look like it's going to go against them. We'll see what the call is here.
Let's see.
And you see here, he puts the brakes on looking for the cutback and
maybe defensive holding?
Not able to get back inside. It looks like it's going to be offsides defense from the rip. So that play won't even go down in the record books. They'll get the free 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 5. This is a great opportunity for a quarterback here to take a shot. You know, as close as they've gotten to the red zone, the closer and closer you get, LJ, it just gets harder and harder. So
That's
maybe
right.
take a shot here on 1st and 5.
Stewart, inside handoff.
Why not? Just give it to
Why
Delron, and he'll
not?
get you almost a 1st down. If you can get positive yards in the next couple of plays, it'll be a 1st down. That time on 1st and 5, they get about 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Stewart keeping the ball on the ground, keeping this play calling balanced. You've seen another user strip opportunity. This time missed, but it'll bring up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, spread formation.
He can be dangerous out there, Delron, as a receiver.
Stewart using on legs, dump it over to Megatron. Megatron, good tackle. What a tackle. Great tackle.
That's a great open field tackle. Not a lot of guys can bring Dondre Haynes down in the open field. It was a smart play to get him the ball with only 2 yards to go. He could have literally fallen forward and his dreads would have got there. But it'll bring up 3rd down. Here's the replay. See that great tackle in open field.
That's just great one-on-one tackle right there. Yes, sir.
Uses his momentum to keep it going through the play. Goes low on the enormous man. If you don't wrap up those legs, you're not tackling Dondre up high. Probably get carried for a couple. But a great play, forcing the 3rd and short. The Renegades bring in Mo Francis.
Inside end to Mo Francis. Mo Francis wants that first down. Mo Francis carries that, carries everyone. He can't be stopped. He's still up. Big Mo. First down, Renegades.
And there's been a lot of really good offensive players so far in today's game for the Renegades, but the only consistent factor all year for the Renegades is when they've given the ball to Mo Francis, he's been able to find a way to get yards. LJ, I played with this guy a long time. I said he's good for 5 carries, 70 yards. That's it. No more, no less. Because he's a beast.
That's it?
No, don't give it to him 6 times.
So what happens this?
I don't know. I've never seen it happen. But this time, he gets the first on the 3rd and short. And the Renegades are looking like the team that we hoped that they would be coming into today's game. Listen, it's been almost a decade, I think about 8 years since the Renegades came into this league. And when they've been at their most successful, it has been a lot of the players that have been succeeding on this drive in this game doing it for them. Top Shelf is a new addition. Delron is a new addition. Zuriel Wright's a new addition. But with Kenneth Stewart, Dondre Haynes, D'Angelo, they look like a team. If they play like this, that could give any team a run for their money. I'll ask you this, LJ, as we get this little break with the timeout. I would argue the U are the best team so far based on the schedule, on what we've seen in the games, and that they have Quattro Huffin. The U look like the team to beat in this year's A7FL because, to be fair, they beat the team to beat in the defending champs BIC in week 1. But in this game, at least coming into this game, team to beat.
Hold on a second. How you going to ask me a question and answer the question at the same time?
Well, I'm just trying to delay as much as possible. Who knows how long it's going to take. The team to beat coming into this game, the team that I have to beat is in a game with the Renegades, a team that I don't think we would say the same thing. They're in a game where the Renegades are about to score and maybe be getting 1 score to this mighty U team.
Corey, the Renegades, beyond with Ken Stewart, they got the players around them. They're not as trash as people may say or whatever the case is. They're not. When I say trash, I mean not as bad. Renegades, like you said, a year ago or 2 years ago, they were a top team. They still got their core players. They're missing here and there. Let's see if Ken Stewart can get in there, play action. Ken Stewart got them legs. You know he got that speed. He got that speed. Touchdown, Ken Stewart. Listen, I believe. Corey, I believe.
And it's Ken Stewart that's got you believing, got me believing. Look at those smiles. He's got the Renegades believing, and against the team right now that might be the best in the league.
Listen.
Kenneth Stewart scampers in the end zone for 6.
Ken Stewart, right, plays receiver. He got that speed. He's not forcing the run. He's taking what they give him. This is why the Renegades is in this game. He's not trying to force anything. He's throwing the pass when he needs to. He's not going deep. He's doing little dump-offs. He's going right to Megatron, play action, use them legs. He's playing an efficient game. He's playing mistake-free football.
He's playing with his arm. He's playing with his legs. He's playing with his heart. But I think most impressively, he's playing with his mind. The game he's calling as an offensive play caller is near perfect. And now Rondo comes in for the conversion to cut this lead from 6.
This might be the
or,
biggest.
Excuse me, from 7 to 6.
This might be the biggest play of the game. Oh, what?
And they hand it off.
Woo!
And at the goal line, he's going to fight in.
2-point conversions. Good. There you go.
And I do, not to correct you, LJ, I do think that was a 1-pointer.
Oh.
So they don't cut it to 5, but they do cut it to 6.
There you go. Next touchdown, tie score.
Next touchdown's a tie or more for the Renegades, but they do have to stop the U.
Look at Megatron with the block.
In this block, in this run.
Everything goes through
Well,
Megatron.
it's brought to you by Trainer Steve. And so listen, if you're going to make those cuts, if you're going to make those plays, you got to be ready. And to be ready, Tape Me Up is there for professional athletic training and tape services. From ankles to cleats, Trainer Steve has got you covered. So if you visit tapemeup.net or scan the QR code, you can get taped up like the pros for all sports and all ages. Hit up Trainer Steve. 26-20. Renegades, not just looking for a moral victory, but looking for the upset. And they're going to throw off to a guy who's already scored on one of these, DK Butcher.
And here we go,
the
folks.
most exciting play in sports. If they tackle him before the 20, they get the ball back.
DK.
It's right at the 20. Did they make the play? No. The get-back rule in effect. They almost make the stop. DK has to fight for that yardage to keep possession. But again, folks at home, keep an eye on that, especially in this direction. Because if they get another score and throw it off in the third quarter, if they're down, they have the wind at their back, which gives them that opportunity to get the... This is how close it was, LJ.
Let's see.
If they make the tackle here, they get the ball back.
Just like a half a second sooner. Wow.
It's such a new rule. You gotta wonder if everybody's aware even on that play how close that was to a potential turnover. Either way, 1st and 10 for you.
The
and
Huff.
up.
The Huff, and of course it was just in Larry's the Money Mayweather. Out of bounds.
And that speed option, such a tough play to really get guys. Mayweather's upset on the sideline. Somebody will look to help him up. He's not really happy about it. He's going to scamper up after that play. Not sure what the issue is. But this play is so hard to defend because it makes that defender pick. And when you got a guy like Dot Boss in front, getting third level, making the block in front, number 2, on Rondo. It's easy to see why 1st and 10 is now 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Mayweather in the backfield. Inside of the Money Mayweather. Mayweather runs hard. Great run. 1st down, Patterson.
Mayweather hasn't had a lot of carries this year, LJ, but he's certainly, anytime he's touched the ball, made the most of them. He's already got 4 touchdowns this season in only the 3rd week, but he's averaging well over 10 yards a carry. And this is why. Good blocking and just the great vision and balance from one of the premier all-time backs in this league.
1st and 10. Huff. Good pass. What a pass and what a catch. The game is moving so fast.
And with the play action to Mayweather, freezes the middle of the defense, opens wide up for Haas Dubois, the Virginia Cavalier. We talked a couple weeks in a row about Saeed Blacknall for the BIC. Well, the U have their own in a D1 baller in Haas Dubois. Oh, there's another big-time play, this time a tackle on Prince Ream on the quick screen.
And the Huff only up by 6, but running a no huddle. Doesn't want that defense to even get a break. Shotguns up, Money Mayweather in the backfield. The Dot Boss, of course, lined up in a slide.
Looks like they're going to go speed option.
Huff keeps it. Another lateral. Oh.
That's still in play.
That was a good play call. If Money Mayweather would have caught that.
Yeah, I saw them make the adjustment. There's nobody at the top of the screen to defend the speed option. But because the quick pressure from the defensive end, Mayweather's not even looking for the pitch. It happened so quick. It was a great adjustment offensively, calling the audible, but just a miscommunication between Huff and his running back. And they're lucky the errant pitch goes out of bounds. And it'll bring up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. Huff the Magician. Could never count him out. Always have something up his sleeve. Drops back. Huff. Look in the field. Looks like a good pass. Ooh, a little too much on that one. Attempted pass to my man, the Dot Boss, of course.
And it's usually of course in this situation, right? I guess there's a little bit of doubt. It's not of course. Not this time. I mean, that connection has been so deadly for so many years. When you as a defense have to worry about the type of athlete that you put out at wide receiver, and you have to worry about the play action. Oh, this is the hit earlier. You see him scraping down.
Look at that blocking.
With a big hit. Get Prince Ream down. He's a little off balance. That wasn't even shoulder.
Listen, that's
But
why.
a real 4th and 7 after the incompletion. And the Renegades, if they want to make this comeback, they just got to make this stop, and they're right back in this game. 2 minutes in the third. 4th and 7. What?
Huff, the magician, drops back. Can you catch him? Can you get there? Can you get there? Huff, deep pass! What a catch! Interception! Interception! None of that, sir. None of that. Your boy, he's making plays.
And D'Angelo with the great coverage and the interception. I think, in all honesty, when you're playing the U, don't just knock it down because it's still catchable. Because on 4th down, what do? Knock it down, you get the ball. Nope. D'Angelo makes sure his team gets the ball because who knows with the U, right?
Right.
And when you make the play like that, not only do you get the ball, but you get the confidence and you get your team believing. We just stopped the U on 4 downs. We could win this game, Kenneth Stewart. Let's go.
Now you believe, huh?
I told you I believed before.
What was the song you were saying earlier?
Well, it was about to be a guy who is not usually one that, at least this decade, we like to sing his songs out loud.
Corey, say
so
Corey,
I'm not going to believe.
Fine, just say it.
I can do. I'm not going to believe I can run.
Just say it with me one time. I believe. Believe.
Believe. Now, I don't for a fact think, but I do believe.
Ken
1st
Stewart.
and 10.
Keeps it. Ken Stewart using them legs. He's gone. My man Ken Stewart, the young bull, using them legs. Great play call. Great play call. It's finds 1st down. Renegades.
And what a dangerous spot on the field to find yourself in the situation as a quarterback where you have to make the decision, do I take off or do I find somebody to throw to the ball? Kenneth Stewart's got the speed. So when he's got that opening on the play action, he freezes the defense. And top dog, a former Renegade, is chasing him down. Why not explode out of danger and all the way up the field to the 30?
Great play call.
We got a game.
When's the last time I seen a player kind of like just come in, fill in after being 0-2 and just look like a stud? Stewart. Fans are celebrating his name already. Shotgun set, inside handoff. Megatron with lead blocking. Megatron. You should have got more of that.
Well, and look, it's exactly what they want to do. They want to keep this game balanced. They want to keep the ball in their possession. That's the last play of the 3rd quarter as we get ready for the 4th. And that's what they're going to look to do with the last 15 minutes of this game. LJ, if you asked me before this game started, based on what we've seen from the Renegades, I wouldn't have thought we even had this quarter. So we'll call this bonus football, and we'll call this a great opportunity to talk to you about kinetic relief. Now, that is a terrible segue, but the product is not. Kinetic Relief delivers fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving. And the Renegades, listen, we told them earlier when it was 26-6, they better get on the Kinetic Relief. They did. They scanned the QR code. They did not win the free gift, so you still can, LJ. So scan the QR code or visit kineticrelief.com to get back in your game, just like the Renegades did here. kineticrelief.com. 26-6, 15 minutes left on the clock. 4's up on both sidelines. And number 6 on the jersey. Number 8, really, if it was his own. But number 1 in the hearts of Renegades fans everywhere. Maybe in the fans of BIC fans everywhere who are looking to see the U get a 1 in that L so they could maybe get the number 1 seed with a couple of things swinging their way. But this game has definitely been a surprise, LJ, and it is a welcome surprise because we weren't expecting this coming into this day's game after watching that Animals absolute butchery of the Heathens. The Renegades have gave us some competitive football.
2nd and 5. Ken Stewart looking up top. Another deep pass. Incomplete. Tried to keep the corner over there on the right side sleeping.
Well, that's the same matchup that the last time was the touchdown. This time, you saw the physicality from DK Butcher. He didn't commit pass interference. He did what's called stacking the receiver. He got in front of him, squared his shoulders up, so he's completely cutting off the route. You see here, he's going to be way in front of the receiver, and then he impedes the progress by slowing down naturally. That's just great cornerback play, and that's how you stop the same guy who went up top on you for the 6 earlier. And it'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Renegades.
Third down conversions. Ken Stewart has been moving them chains. Let's see if he continues that on this attempt. 3rd and 5. Play action. Ken Stewart using legs, of course. He got a lot of speed. First down.
And you
Renegades.
love the way that he makes that cut and swims through the contact. He's starting to feel really confident about his ability to not only play in this game and look really good.
He's in his bag.
He's trying to win. This Renegades team is trying to complete this effort because there's going to be a real big letdown if all of these good things lead to the same result as they've had the last 2 weeks. Not only does this booth believe, does that sideline believe? I bet you there's people around the league right now, they're starting to believe watching this game. Surprise, the Renegades on the move, only down by 6 here in the 4th.
1st and 10. Dump pass over here to my man Megatron. What?
No,
Whoa. He
that could have been bad, but Kenneth Stewart's looking to make it good.
He turned something into nothing. Wow.
Danger, 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 to quote
and who is that down?
an animal expert.
Is that Stewart down?
He's down. I think he's just getting up. I'm not sure if he's going to be able. That's going to be a big loss.
Oh, man.
If he's not able to get back into this game. He's holding it. He's holding his stomach as if he got the wind knocked out of him or if he got hit in the spot that no man wants to get hit. We'll see here on the replay. Could have lost, could have lost that little bit of air. Got the wind knocked out of him. After a great play on 3rd to convert, it'll be Rondo. We know he can run. With Mo Francis in the backfield to give to Francis.
Mo Francis, none of that, none of that, none of that. That D-line from the U says no, sir. No, sir. Man, everybody on that line of scrimmage.
And it looks like Kenneth Stewart, he's standing up. He's got a water on the sideline. It's Rondo in, getting the play call from Coach Mike Rose Hendricks. I don't know if it's been Mike calling most of the plays. I haven't seen Kenneth talking to them on the sideline. It's been Kenneth calling most of the plays, and now Rondo, known for being a great defensive back in this league for a really long time. He's got the speed to be dangerous. But this 3rd and 5 is not the situation, if you're the Renegades, that you were hoping with this chance to either tie or take the lead.
This is huge here. Rondo trying to hit it with the blip blap. And let's see, the spot in the field is going to be huge. Where does the ref give him the spot?
Now, it's based on where he said he went out of bounds, they're definitely going to get the first. But it is going to be an offensive penalty, I think either clipping or holding on the Renegades. And a conversion otherwise will now be 3rd and 15. Excuse me, 14.
That's a huge penalty.
That's as big as they get. This is the drive that you really need to keep momentum on your side.
So actually, Mikey Hendricks is calling all the plays. Look at him. He has been calling the plays. He's been calling the plays with Ken Stewart the whole time.
Well, Ken's been in the huddle, so Rondo went to the sideline for whatever that play was.
I didn't know that was Mike Hendricks in the black. That
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Mike.
Yeah, Mikey's been calling the plays.
Well, this time it's Kenneth Stewart after a 2-play break. He's back in.
Listen, he's not. You know for a fact he's not 100%, and the odds are not in his favor. It's like 3rd and forever.
And the wind's in his face.
Now, right now, I need you to say it. Right now, in this play right now, do you believe?
I believe. I got some former Hawks out there. I got all my Renegades. I believe.
3rd and long, Stewart.
I believe.
It completes.
And it just tips, bounces.
They said Corey said too many I believes. Out. They said Corey did too many I believes, and it jinxed it. 4th down.
That's your fault for making me say it. Renegades fans, it was LJ. Blame LJ.
Listen, we got a lot of time.
I think this is a very mature decision. On 4th and 14, you're not playing a team that you're going to easily pick up these 14 yards. Now, is it possible? Sure. They've done it before in this drive. They've done it before in this game.
You think giving the ball back to Huff?
If you give the ball back to Huff at the 35 because you get an incompletion here, you're saying that you don't trust your defense. I think they trust their defense. They just got the stop. They already have 2 picks in this game. They're looking to maybe make another play.
Megatron got to pin him, though. None of that throw it out to 40 stuff. You got to pin him, sir.
But it has to go out of bounds.
What I tell you?
DK's there. It's in bounds.
Oh, boy.
This is a dangerous opportunity for the U.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Does he have the speed?
Whoa. Oh. Hey. You about to hit that sideline again? Stiff arm, you little two boy. Hey!
Oh.
DK. Oh, what a hit. Oh, he finished it, though.
Well, they should have went for it. Back to the 35.
Wow.
That's why you got to throw those out of bounds. When you give the returner an opportunity on a 3-on-1, they're more than happy to make you pay for it. You're allowed to throw it out of bounds, Dondre. You got to do it there. But the mistake might be too much. Because if the U score here,
see what I'm saying?
The
You
Renegades
went for it.
are in trouble. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to
went for
throw
it.
it in bounds, you might as well just give it to them. Now, if they throw it out of bounds there and it's out at the 25, that's a much better situation than they're in. But DK Butcher, just enough speed to get the yards, just enough speed for the Renegades to keep them from scoring. And it's Huff looking to widen this league. There's a play action.
Woo, play action. Can he get there?
He's under pressure.
To Huff.
Fires it deep.
Pass.
Oh.
A lot of contact down there in that secondary.
And a pretty good coverage on Haas Dubois from Qua. And our friend, number 16, Anonymity, covered by Zuriel Wright. Nobody was open there. Good play from Huff to just get the ball out because he's under pressure. But this looks like a different game since it's been 26-6, LJ.
Yep.
We were looking at the score thinking, wow, here we go again. And nope, the Renegades, believing in their quarterback, believing in everyone on their team, they've really stepped it up here.
Defense, listen, at the end of the day, the offense has been carrying the Renegades. It's about time the defense checks into the game now.
What they have to do is if they're going to stop the U right now, they can't let Huff get easy yards running the ball.
Play action.
He's got the ball. Everybody fell for the fake.
Look at that deep
And Anonymity.
Even the cameraman.
No one knows his name. The Renegades don't even want to cover him. Touchdown. Patterson U. Every single person in this stadium except for myself fell for that fake from Huff.
Where did it go? Oh! I thought he tricked me. He tricked you. He tricked the cameraman. That play action. It's that, you know what's funny? He does that play action where the running back is still
Watch the defense freeze. Everyone is running after snags, even 3 yards after. And then when everybody sits down, all they can do is watch as an unnamed man, Anonymity, on the easy touchdown for the U.
That's why I say he's not.
I still believe. I'm just really disappointed right now, LJ.
Huff.
Prince Reem.
Prince Reem trying to get there. Prince Reem throw a gun in there.
Looking for the Royal.
Incomplete.
More like a regular flush. So, widen the score back to 12, 32-20. Renegades still in this, but they got to figure it out. They're going to look to use that get-back rule, and this 3-on-1 is brought to you by No Limit. Performance meets technology with No Limit. Biometric wearables. Real-time data built into athletic shorts. No chest straps, no guesswork. Since this is such a unique and interesting thing to talk about, you're going to scan that QR code to learn more because you're interesting. You like to know more. You're going to learn more. And you can optimize your training and visit nolimit.pro for more. Dondre Haynes was our no-limit player of the game so far. Maybe it could have been Kenneth Stewart, who maybe we could have got the performance data on that little injury when he's out for a couple of plays and see if we can get him back quicker. Maybe that's why he got back quicker. But here's the 3-on-1. Huff throws it into the sky, and Zuriel Wright muffs it again and gets it again on the ground. What a great play.
Yo, that's so disrespectful.
Listen,
when you throw someone down, he must weigh 100 pounds.
Have you ever returned to 3-on-1? I have definitely not.
I haven't returned 3-on-1.
I'll tell you what, if it were me back there and Huff throws that sky ball and it's just sitting there waiting and everybody's running 100 miles an hour at you, I'd drop it too. The fact that he got both of these is insane. And then DK, to add insult to injury.
That's so disrespectful. Threw him down like.
Listen, Zuriel's not known for his physicality. He's known for his speed.
I'm just saying.
If you catch him from a stop, and you just pick him up like a rag doll. Sure, you're going to throw him around. But here, Kenneth Stewart's going to use him at wide receiver at the bottom of your screen, maybe, because it'll be 1st and 10 for the Renegades.
1st and 10. Angelo, this is the first time I've seen this guy.
Yeah, this is the guy that last week, wearing
right.
Lil Boat's jersey, tackled Lil Boat, and this will show my age. I got his name, I dapped him up, I said what's up. He's still Lil Boat today. He's a little tugboat. And that time, he ferries across on 1st down for about 4 yards. And look, the Renegades should not completely go away from what's gotten them to this point. They can't just completely go away from running the ball. It's been something that's been very effective. Now, the personnel is interesting because they're going away from Delron, but let's be fair. Delron Simmons is also there on every play defensively as well. So on 2nd and 6, Kenneth does have to get the ball downfield again on some type of a pass play. And there, they'll put Zuriel in motion. He's wide open on the wheel.
Ken Stewart. Ken Stewart, can he make a play? They're coming to get him, they're coming to get him, they're coming to get him, they're coming to get him. Sack.
He's trying to get away. There's just nowhere he can get to. It's Big Dog and number 22 all over him. Who's that? We know that man.
That's my man that used to wear the do-rag, right?
All right, listen, he's hiding. I'm not going to narc on him. He can keep his hidden identity for now. We know who that is.
They're not looking for everybody.
We know who you are. You went with Huff to the Animals. I remember. Still not going to say his name.
Well, at least say the
listen,
last.
when they're hiding like that, I don't know. Like, listen, they're voided.
It's not like you say the last
they're
four.
Voided something.
It's not like you say the last 4 of their social. Like, holy crap.
3rd and 16.
3rd and 16. Ken Stewart, a.k.a. Make Us Believe.
Got to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's the goal.
It's actually 4th and 20. Or 3rd and 20, excuse me.
This is a
good, well-thrown ball.
Ooh.
That's, again, DK Butcher's physicality, stacking the route, not letting Top Shelf past him. He's still mad he let up that big play earlier on in the game. But again, this will bring up 4th and extremely long. Listen, in retrospect, you were right. They should have went for it last time based on the return.
Told you.
It's because they didn't execute the throw,
but now they have no choice.
But now it's even worse because
down 2 possessions.
If you give the U the ball at the 15, there's 6:17 left. There's plenty of time.
Yep.
But if you give them the ball at the 15, you might as well give them the win.
Yep.
This is a throw-off. Again, this can be thrown out of bounds. The reason it's difficult is because the wind is blowing in the thrower's face. And that does make it difficult when it's 15 miles an hour here coming off the water at Asbury Park. But if you give DK Butcher an opportunity to return this, you might as well have gone for it, like we just learned on the last 4th down. And Rhonda will get it close to the sideline and well out of bounds. They could have used it the last time, but this time it's going to be up to their defense. Quattrell Huffin, jersey on backwards. The saying is, I play for the name on the front, not the back. He might be doing that today, but the name on the front is himself. Huff looking dominant at times. Really interesting, LJ, as we kind of are constantly getting now. Shout out to OG Buck with the beautiful pass to Tony Totap. But really, the U are 2 different teams when they either have Huff or OG Buck at quarterback.
That's right.
And they're going to try to end this game with Huff here. Handed the ball off to Snags. Stopped at the line. Good play from the Renegades defense.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage here. And now at this point, they're just kind of milking clock.
And the interesting thing here is the U do not have to shell up and only run the ball to keep the clock moving. In the A7FL, up to 2 minutes, the clock is running. Whether you go out of bounds, whether you throw an incompletion, the only way the clock stops is a timeout or a change of possession. And the 3-on-1s, LJ, they are a no running clock play. So if the Renegades want the ball back, they have to make a stop quickly.
2nd and 10.
Oh, and Huff gets the edge. That's
Huff,
dangerous.
the
There's
magician.
nobody in front of him. He throws it.
Pass.
And he finds Prince Ream for the wide open completion. Too much time for you. Too much time for Huff. And they get the easy 1st down with the wide open receiver downfield.
Huff uses them legs. You think you got
As
a clear
Joe
shot?
Rivera, he thought he had him. He thought he was going to make the play. Shout outs to Joe Rivera, but just doesn't have the athletic profile to make that play on Huff in open space.
1st and 10. Snag Sosa in the backfield. Play action. Huff, the magician. He get
And
away.
there's Rivera again.
Huff,
Almost
the
makes the
magician.
play. And he
Huff,
still
the
gets
magician.
away.
Huff, the magician. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go?
Oh, my
the
goodness.
magician. Huffy.
What are we doing?
I
Listen.
can tell you guys about him. Quattro Huff making plays out of nothing.
And on a fast break in basketball, who do you look for, LJ? The trailer. And this is not football. If you're learning how to play quarterback,
Wait, I got him.
you can't do this,
I got
by the
him.
way.
I got him. No, I got him. I got him. No, none
No,
of
you
asked me.
don't. And then once in open field, he dribbles, crosses over, gets over the 8-second line.
Hey!
Gets some ankle snatch from Delron Simmons and looks for the assist to his man Snags. Mayweather in at the Wildcat quarterback for 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Mayweather decides to keep it himself. Money Mayweather fights for it. Short though. Looks like a 2nd and goal.
They go Wildcat and they go to look to get Mayweather's 5th touchdown. He wants to run that play back. And it's just Dirty Dan, ISO lead blocking, getting a body on a body. And shout-outs to Qua finally getting him down with the help of Big Angry. But it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. And they'll go with that big set. Ben Watson. Looks like Dot Boss. Guy who will not be named. I know who you are, though. And Dirty Dan in front of him. And Mayweather get across the line.
And that looks close. What's the ref gonna call? No, the ref didn't give them that.
And he's going to say 3rd down. Don't look at the U. They're biased. When they put their hands up for the touchdown, it doesn't count officially. But Mayweather sees that the automatic touchdown machine is denied.
And now Mayweather gets in for another 6.
And that
touchdown.
one will be good. Money Mayweather cashes in. He's an automatic touchdown machine, and that time he accepted the $3, LJ. 3rd down, touchdown, 5th on the season for Mayweather. And that's 18-point spread in a game that was as close as 6. Mayweather fights forward to make this a 3-score game.
Huge touchdown. That kind of.
This game reminds me of when I was on the Renegades. You were calling it with Ryan DePaul, and we were playing BIC. We did everything right for the first 3 quarters. We were in the game. We were actually winning 18-12 first 3 quarters. It was against Sterry Codrington, Ashante Worthy, the team that should have beat us. But sometimes when it gets to that situation, you're so close. The one mistake cost you, and then the other team builds upon it. Was OG Buck's leg down? I don't know. He throws an alley-oop up, and it's incomplete. And again, we'll get another 3-on-1 throw-off. 38-20, you, Renegades. This has been a great A7FL performance by both of these teams, but just a little too much of Huff and not enough of the chaos that you can get from our official hybrid fitness partner, Chaos Gladiator Fitness. You want to get good? Scan the QR code for a chance of free training that will get you there. And if you just want to start right away and get as good as fast as possible, it's only $15 a month. So scan the QR code, download the app, get your training partner, the official training partner of the A7FL, with Chaos Gladiator Hybrid Fitness. I apologize to our sponsor for butchering it. I will do my best next time, as will Huff on this throw.
And here we go, folks. Another throw high.
Looks like
in the
D'Angelo.
sky.
He's already made a play. Can he make another? And not exactly. Gets to the 35, does keep possession. And 2:29 left in this matchup. LJ, still a chance. Still a hypothetical chance for the Renegades, but they got to get going.
They would have to score, and then you said
Yeah, get back.
and then get back, right?
But here's the problem. with Kenneth Stewart a little bit injured, maybe a little bit under the weather, they're going to go to Rondo, their backup. It's going to run down to the 2-minute warning here. They're not going to get up in time to call this play. Likely 5, 4. Nope, not going to do it. And that's a 2-minute warning. So looking forward for both of these teams. This is a scare. If anything, this is a scare for the Patterson U. I don't think that they were ready for this type of a performance from the Renegades. They do survive, and that's really the goal in a situation like this. Most of their players, I think, are healthy. Huff is healthy, and they looked good enough at times to win this game. The future looks bright for them, but what do you think the future holds for East Orange Renegades after today's performance?
I mean, they had three tough matchups, right? Who else they play the rest of the season, they can go 500. As long as they play like they did today, I believe.
Their future looks a little bit brighter today than it did last week. Here's the give to Zuriel Wright. Finds some space. Wiggles forward for about 10 yards on the jet sweep. Last year, about 700 yards receiving. Zuriel Wright for the Hawks. Had 7 touchdowns total on the year. Had a big-time performance as a Hawk and comes over to the Renegades, and at least so far in this early season, been one of the more consistent guys that can make plays and carry the ball. We've seen him on the returns.
Who was the quarterback for the Hawks last year when you did that?
It's an old guy.
Yeah.
Gray hair.
Similar to you?
Fat. Corey Hammond.
Oh, hey! You guys ever notice everything that has to do with winning and high touchdowns or?
Well, when I know a player's receiving stats that specifically, it's probably a guy I was throwing to, or Case on Campbell who broke the record. 38-20. Clock's ticking down. 1:26 left. Listen, after a long day in the booth, myself and LJ.
That's right.
We need to recover.
Oh.
Hey, we're gonna go to Kinetic Relief, and there's other things maybe, around this type of product that we can talk about. But premium CBD sports cream is what you could possibly win for free if you scan the QR code now. Kinetic Relief, RELEAF.com for fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving.
And
it'll be 2nd and 4, Rondo again. Finish up this game. Goes with the fake. Looked exciting for a second, but
for like a quick second.
Well, the edge fell for the fake, but when he cuts back into the middle of the defense, it's Ben Watson, big number 47 there to stop him. Basically about a yard past the line of scrimmage, and with about a minute left, it'll be 3rd and about 4. Rondo definitely is looking to run. Let's see what he can do on 3rd.
Shotgun set.
That time he throws.
Oh,
He's got D'Angelo. Looked like nobody was really covering him. D'Angelo, another big catch, and they're on the move again.
I'm surprised he threw that ball.
Well, if Rondo can complete some passes, maybe he's an alternate quarterback option that they can have for Kenneth Stewart. I think Kenneth Stewart proved today that he should be the guy moving forward for the Renegades. Shout-outs to McQueen, who came in the first 2 weeks and kind of gave them a little bit of a steadying hand. But it's really Kenneth Stewart in today that shows the top-end potential of what the Renegades can do. And Rondo running around, finding Zuriel Wright for another completion. Rondo does have the speed to get that edge. He's one of those guys. Very rare can you get the edge as consistently as it seems that he does. Because the U defense is not thinking that Rondo's going to throw the ball at all. So any of those run plays that he's gotten yards is because he's had that ability to do so.
And his receivers, the DB's going to give him cushion because they're like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're barely covering the receivers. And if he does throw it to him, you got an opportunity. Here's another timeout. Renegade's going to look to put more points on the board. Let's get some reps. We got 14 seconds here. We got playmakers. It's me. You need a jump ball. You throw it to the tallest guy on the field. To be fair, last time I did do that, it was an interception from the Snow Tribe that brought it back for 6. My bad. Would it be 2nd and 4? There's 14 left. Rondo looking to show his worth on the offensive side with 4 wide and Dondre in motion. And Dondre gets the hand. the ball, and he's going to look to throw it. He's stiff arming a guy who's 350 pounds and still is able to throw the ball 25 forward. Zach, that's why he's the no-limit player of the game. That's why No Limit was like, hey, let's put the biometric shorts on this guy.
He held him
They
up.
didn't even have his size.
He held him up with one hand like he was a little boy, like a young child.
This is a nothing play. Nothing happens on this play.
Look, hold on a second.
But what is going on?
Oh, give me a second. I'm looking for someone to throw it to. Give me just hold on 1 second. Hold on.
That's like Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla.
I gotta throw it to somebody.
And everyone in Japan is like running for cover. This is a battle of titans
That's
here.
crazy,
Meaningless
man.
play in the fourth quarter with 6 seconds left. That's the A7FL, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why
our
they
no
call him
limit
Megatron.
player of the game wearing the biometric shorts at 6'8". We had to custom make him a pair. Last play of the game, likely. Rondo. Quads at the bottom of your screen. Here's Dondre. He wants to throw it.
He wants that ball.
Oh, he wants to run it.
Oh, that's gonna be.
And he's got the stride. He's got some space. Getting converted for 6.
Touchdown!
There's no limit to the amount of garbage time points you can put on the board when you give it to the big man. Listen, I'm excited for that play, and I still believe. But that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We will watch this replay, and then we're going to contextualize this and send you out. This is what we've been talking about, LJ. Just get the ball in his hands, get him running full speed. Up as much as the U were. Nobody wanted any business on trying to take that man down before he got in the end zone. That's a big play.
Question: if the clock runs out, do they do the conversion still?
They're doing it today. Normally, do you know?
Listen, they win now. If they win now, can't these points count as as far as this is huge for playoff?
There is seeding implications hypothetically. There are other teams in the division that are going to be 0-3 like the Renegades officially are now. So these points will matter, and it will be Rondo going for two from the 10, the final play of today's match.
Rondo using them legs. Oh, that's a touchdown. He gets in.
Woo,
Gotcha.
Jumps over and in. 10-point game, but that's it. We will not get another opportunity on a 3-on-1. The U walk out of here barely with the win at 3-0. And the Renegades seem to have found some answers to how they're going to succeed this season. And after a wild game, a great game, for you at home to watch, for me and LJ Smith to call here in the booth.
Yes, sir.
For Zach, for Mason, for Ryan DePaul doing behind the scenes, and for whoever cooked this food, I'm Corey Hammond. This was the Games of the Week, Week 3 on the A7FL. We're off next week for Easter. So go to church, celebrate your life, and we'll be back in 2 with Animals. B-I-C.
Ooh, can't wait.
Like, subscribe, and go to youtube.com/A7FL to sign up. Thank you for watching the A7FL.